Hej och välkomna till Kingdom Come Deliverance. Jag har glömt att sätta igång streamen den här gången. Men vad vi egentligen har gjort är inte så himla mycket under den tiden som jag inte har varit live. Utan det som har hänt är kort och gott att jag dödade några banditer. Och sen har jag utforskat vägen mellan nu ska vi se Rattay upp till Branek. Och sen tog jag fast travel upp mot Skalitz. Och så hittade jag Sassau och det här klostret som finns här bredvid. Så det har inte hänt något speciellt på det viset egentligen överhuvudtaget. Jag körde lite pickpocketing här. Det är väl that's about it. Jag ska behöva hitta en smed så att jag kan reparera min armor nu dock. För den är ganska slut märkte jag. Nu ska vi se, weapons bort med den, fram med skölden istället. Ja, ska jag spela tärning? Tydligen ska jag.
Like a game of dice?
Ja, jag har ju pengar så vi kan köra sådär.
We'll see. We'll see.
Varför tog han bara en femma? Han borde tagit två. Här fick han en till. Men han hade ju kunnat få två på en gång där.
Now I'm for the chop.
Ska vi se. En etta. Den här weighted dice som jag använder så den verkar inte vara så himla pålitlig.
God's holy hat.
Ja, det var ju inte så himla bra. Det är ju triss eller bättre så vad det kan man skåra. Ska vi se. Vi testar. Okej, jag får fortsätta. Trevligt. Sådär.
Should I? Shouldn't I? No, I daren't.
Ja, nu var det här färdigt. Sådär. De får hälsa hur mycket de vill. Jag tänker inte svara på de där just nu. Här är Blacksmith. Honom sökte jag ju.
So, from the beginning.
How much your service tonight?
Let's have a word about the prod.
Naturally.
Så vill vi ha lite bättre pris än vad han erbjuder i alla fall.
Is this enough?
Come now. See now, aren't you?
Sådär. Då är all min gear reparerad. Utom kläderna. Så jag behöver hitta en skräddare också. Men det ska vi säkert lösa på något vänster också. Det här verkar vara en stor ort. Men hade han mycket guld? $785. Nu ska vi se. Hästen har ju massor med kött på sig som jag ska kunna sälja bort. Sådär. Här har vi Weaponsmith. Är det här han det? Swordsmith. Vi testar. Och ser om det är honom vi ska tala med.
God be with you.
Any chance of some...
Well, come to think, he said he'd come from the Holy Land, and he was set.
I see.
Well, I heard he had some fragments of a sacred sword that once belonged to the fabled Czech Queen of Sheba. But by the time he reached me, he had no pieces left of the sword. All he had was some dubious wares, splinters from our Lord's cross, thorns from the crown, nothing of interest to me.
And where did the pieces of the sword go?
He sold them off to swordsmiths and blacksmiths hereabouts. They just keep them lying around at home for good luck. If I had them, can you even imagine what power it would command? If you could get me all the pieces of the sword...
Where can I find the...
Like I said, the smith hereabouts bought them from him.
I could do with a sword like that. What if you sold it to me?
Well, everything has its price, but this one would be expensive. Getting hold of the bits is one thing. Forging them back together is quite another. That tinkerer from Ratite couldn't manage it.
What kind of power...
What do you think? It brought its bearer good luck in combat, and...
Isn't it a bit strange that some pilgrim...
Are you suggesting he might have been lying? Well,
Are you sure?
who else would she be? Have you not heard of her? Our some priest.
Uh-huh. Well, it does sound very interesting.
Excellent. You'll see you won't regret it. I'll pay you well.
Då ska vi se. Han här har lite pengar i alla fall. Så vi tar och stänger den delen. Och sen är jag ju så jäkla tungt lastad nu så jag behöver faktiskt ta hästen ner. Men han hade inte just några pengar. Det var ju ett problem, kommer jag på nu. Här har vi Butcher Shop. Här ser det ut att vara ett bathhouse. Här har vi en trader. Han kanske har mera pengar.
I'm at your service. Så hade han förstås inte det jag behövde. Jag får ta och köpa lite savior snaps av honom då. Och har han någonting annat som kan vara bra att ha. Wounding arrows. Här, piercing arrow. Kan ta alla quality arrow också. Så där. Nästan allting fixat. En tavern.
I hope I can be of help.
I want to get better at...
Certainly.
I'm interested in more...
All right.
Isn't that quite... What about this?
It'll take more than that. Agreed. Now listen up. What do you want? You've no business here.
Var är skräddaren? Gömmer sig bakom dubbla dörrar. Konstig typ det där.
Let's talk about the...
Well, that's still too much. All right.
God be...
Var det inte här? Nej. Det är det här stora huset här. Kobbler. Jag kan köpa nya skor. Sådär, då var det fixat.
Back trouble?
Damn, a thief! He's stealing here! Guard! Come here quick! There's a thief over there! Thief! Help! Arrest that thief! I see a thief! Guard!
Hey, you! Don't move! You
Det
will
är bara
see
att
picking a lock.
köra surrender.
Well, you won't forget this.
Are you pulling my pizzle?
If that's how you want it.
Suck.
Oh well, what can I do?
All right. And hand over all...
Guard!
Ja, no. Jag har hur mycket guld som helst så det spelar ingen roll på det viset egentligen. Varför köpte jag en sån där? Det var ju väldigt onödigt.
Watch it. You can't draw your weapon here.
Var är den där earspoonen då? Minimum styrka 13, okej, så jag kan inte använda den här riktigt. Ja, vi ska upp till Skalitz fortfarande.
Slave scum. You call that combat? Got.
Aj!
I'm gonna enjoy this. Fuck, what's the matter? Come on.
Ska vi se.
Istället är ju nerbränt. Men vi skulle kunna testa och se om vi kommer in i några av dörrarna här. Det är en säng i alla fall. Nej, det är för högt det där för att jag ska kunna hoppa över det tydligen. Vad det verkar som. Nåväl. Det finns flera hus. Den där vägen kommer man ju inte in. Det kommer jag ihåg. Man måste gå in från baksidan om jag minns rätt. Vad var det för uppdrag jag hade här egentligen? Hitta en skatt. Vad är en dovecoat för någonting egentligen? Jag vet de facto inte själv vad det är för någonting jag söker. Ska vi se. Vad är den här Marigold Potion för någonting då? Lazarus Potion. De är ganska dyra tydligen. Den där drycken verkar läka mina sår, vad det verkar som. Borgen kommer jag inte in i. Då ska jag ta och googla lite på telefonen vad en dovecoat är för någonting. Och det är inte vad jag har letat efter. Okej, så det är i princip ett fågelhus det handlar om. Det är en sån där i så fall. Ja, verkar det vara en skatt? Eller inte. Det där är bara en massa gamla kläder. Det där intresserar inte mig överhuvudtaget. Var kan det finnas mera sådana då? Här var en.
It's here. That Kunash wasn't lying. But I know this goblet. It belongs to Baron. And he's still alive. I saw him in Ratai among the refugees. Wearing red as always. Now what?
Ja. tror inte att det egentligen finns någonting åt det här hållet. Men vi testar och ser i alla fall. Kartan borde just ta slut här. Här inne lyser det. Ja, där tog kartan slut. Merhojed har ingenting heller egentligen. Skalet är nerbränt. Talmberg är närmsta stället att övernatta vad det verkar som. Eller ja, jag kan ju övernatta i Skalits förstås. Jag hittade ju trots allt någon säng här. Och jag ska... lite söderut. Det var väl det här huset som hade öppen dörr. Så vi tar och sover igenom natten då. Det är units som den där hästen stack iväg.
What do you want here, eh? It's my room. Get your ass out of here.
Ah, ja. De här två klarar jag nog av. Plocka lite potions av dem. Morningstar. Två till och med. Så fortsätter vi. Carcass on the road.
What are you doing, you murderer?
What on earth are you talking about?
What are you doing here? Nearby.
I'm looking for humans and killing any I find.
Ah. Well, all right.
I'm glad you saw sense. And what exactly were you...
What are you getting at?
I could drag you off to Ratai myself and let the bailiff decide.
All right then. I did it. I didn't want to kill her. I just wanted to have a bit of fun. Then she pulled a knife on me. I took it off her. And this is how it ended. You don't have to tell anyone, you know. And you won't regret it. Are you serious?
En decorated dress är fortfarande ganska fin. Den vill jag ta. Oj vad det regnar.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me. She wants me to find out why the crown's been delayed.
Through no fault of ours, I can tell you that. We had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown, a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But, well, in short, the good merchant, Martin Wieseck, who was supposed to bring it from Prague, got lost along the way. It's like the ground swallowed him up.
Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of a noble wedding, and definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try to find the Moldavite.
Why don't you just ask me? Of course I'll try to find the stone. Just tell me where the fellow was seen last.
That fellow, as you call him, the esteemed merchant, Martin Wieseck, was last seen riding alongside the Sassau River, passing by the footbridge over the ford, to the west of here. Evidently, he never made it to Sassau town.
Well, I'll look for him, but he could be far over the mountains by now. Or under the ground.
What are you doing here? What are you tired of life, are you? Alarm! Oof! Raise the alarm! Watch out! Hey, all of you! Gather here! Raise the alarm! Hey, what are you up to? Well now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock.
Jag hade för mig att de var flera.
About that moulder.
Yes.
Yes. The good news is I found the...
That sounds like cause for...
That's the bad news.
Merciful God. He was a good and highly... Anyway, let me see the stone.
Of course.
Excellent. It looks undamaged. I'll get straight to work. You can come for the finished crown tomorrow.
Vad finns det att göra här då?
I'm at your service.
Be a bit more. What the hell are you doing?
I've got a bit of coin today.
Dricka lite öl, spela lite spel.
One beer.
Bust. Crap.
Your turn.
Det där gick inget bra.
We'll see. Cursed luck. This'll be the one. That's it.
Ja, nu är det kört för mig.
That's it.
Han har vunnit nu.
Finished. Good health to you.
Care to try your hand at...
Spelar en gång till. Ja. Så fick han 500 med en gång.
We'll see.
600 på första rundan. Det blir jobbigt det här att återhämta sig.
No
Ja,
luck tonight.
tack och lov. Jag har fortfarande ingen poäng åt mig. Han plockar 600. Och 50.
This'll be the one.
Score and pass. Ja, där var 600 åt honom. 750.
Your turn. This'll be the one. That'll do me.
Ja, det får vara bra nu. Det gick inget vidare det där.
Henry!
I'm glad to see you.
Matthew! Fritz! You're alive! Of course we're alive.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
Really?
Bollocks! Bloody joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rat Eye that I got back in my right mind.
You're not doing too well either, are you?
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
Well, you two and work never got along. But don't tell me that they're not in need of carpenters. They're reconstructing the monastery.
They don't want us there.
And there's nothing else around here.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of anything?
It will really help us out right now.
Well, I can ask around, but I'm not promising anything.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
And where would they hire you to?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sasau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work.
What other neighbours of ours made it?
Your hunker's in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Teresa, but who knows where she is now? We got separated.
I owe my life to Teresa. She hauled me unconscious to the mill in Ratai and nursed me back to health.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work? What the hell?
Då ska vi se. Friend in need.
I'm at your service.
The swordsmith from...
I know he's after those, but he's out of luck. He should have bought it while he had the chance. I still have mine on me. It brings me good fortune.
Not even...
Not even for a king's ransom.
Ja, det betyder att jag får stjäla det av honom i så fall. Men... Ja, det blir väl scout level 3 då. Inget annat som egentligen var intressant tyckte jag. Ska vi se. Ja, vi tar den där. Vill jag ha stealth kill? Jag vet inte. Ja, vi kör på det.
Just for a while, he says. To help your neighbors, he says. It's been weeks.
Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Another one that's going to be
Well,
taking food out of
that depends.
sheet.
You're alive. So you're doing well.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised.
Just
the
my luck
two
to get
of
stuck
us.
here with all the cripples. Meanwhile, Thomas and Pavel are probably playing
can I
dice
help
on
at
the
all?
battlements.
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up. People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
Doesn't the monastery care?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep. but I wouldn't say they help.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great...
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Very well. Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act too bad the custodian isn't one of...
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around.
And,
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his...
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
What can you tell me?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he...
Alright, that's all.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my... Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in...
Ska vi se.
Everything here is fine? Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. Everything here is fine? He'll be able to get out of this on his own. Everything here is fine?
Be a bit more careful.
Everything here is fine?
Huh?
You look alright?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the humans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was...
And do they...
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need... I'll get...
Look where you're going.
He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
Christ above!
What are you making such a...
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least... Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night...
Why don't you go and...
I can't!
Maybe I can make you...
Oh, I forgot.
What the... Hey! Be a bit more... What is it?
What's wrong with that man?
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't.
My God. There has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I...
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well...
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting...
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. If he got poisoned...
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go. God bless.
Hey!
Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
Done.
Hey! Watch!
Jesus, look where...
You're the one who's in charge.
Yes?
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own...
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a bless...
How about some potion to it?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers like a good sleep. And sometimes that's the only way to get one. I'll show you how.
Thanks. How are the wounded?
Some of them. Others are dying. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage.
So you don't normally...
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been...
If only it had been a battle.
You were there? God be merciful.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johan?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However...
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the...
Come and speak to me.
What do you think about...
Baron von... And the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
Well, that's true. He comes to visit Johanka. But he's never here long, and he'll...
Thank you. I'd like to learn a bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise...
Of course. Like the back of my hand.
You don't look the part, but if you say so. Go to the herb garden, take a good look at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds in the herbaceous beds. Is that clear?
Clear. I can...
Not so fast. Have I even told you what I consider a weed? It's dandelions, stinging nettles, and thistles. Those plants have their use, but they've no business growing among the euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
Where is it they're not?
Between the mint. Once you've cleared the garden of weeds, come back. And woe betide you if you pull up anything but...
Don't worry. You've never...
Det är en hel del att plocka det här. Usch. Nej. Sådär, då borde det vara rensat. Där är en nässla till.
I hope they leave soon.
It's done.
Did you weed the beds and leave what should be growing there alone?
I may have picked a couple of the other plants by mistake.
If it's only a couple, there's no harm done. I'm going to check with my own eyes.
He just needs to sleep. He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
Are you serious?
Were you satisfied with my...
You said it was finished, but I took a look at it. Off you go. I'd better do it my...
Would you teach me more...
Are you pulling my...
Thank you. Why are they...
I can't afford anything.
How is that possible? You're the infirmar...
But I have no say in how... And because the abbot's away, it's still the same...
And the local custodian? His crew has enough...
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka, and now he won't give us anything.
I'll try to... I can't believe...
I know.
Even so, conditions here seem to me...
You're not the only...
What is it?
Jaha.
that some new... Back trouble? I saw you stealing. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That'll land you a fat fine.
Ja, inte vet jag om den var så himla stor.
Enough. What?
But I was just... Who the hell do you think you are? Didn't I tell you you've no business here? This definitely won't come true.
Damn it. Here's your coin then.
You've purged yourself before the... Surrender! You've committed a violation. You're a...
What the hell?
Snyggt.
Damn! What the hell are you doing?
Snygg grafikbugg. Sannerligen. Tar och lockpickar det här också då. Jag tror inte att det finns någonting av värde i den, men... Nej.
Be a bit more careful.
Good health to you.
I'm helping at the infirmary now.
Ah, and...
Yes, I...
Good, good.
Sometimes.
That's good.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Skalitz.
Well, that's not my problem.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Because I'll pay...
For supplies?
Oh, come off it. You get your supplies from the monastery for free. No one will bat an eyelid if you ask for more. Blankets can get chewed up by mice. Food can go off. Agree?
You won't convince me with... Yes.
Ja, där hade vi ju grafikbuggen, vad det nu är som orsakade det där. Men jag tror att det kommer att vara så att antagligen så startar jag just om spelet. Eller stänger av och spelar något annat. Så... Oj då. Stal lite onödigt mycket grejer där nu. Och sen var det alla böcker jag har på mig också. Sådär. Men jag tror att jag ska ta och rida ner till vad nu det heter. Sassa skulle jag kunna rida ner till exempelvis. Men jag tror bestämt att jag kommer att rida hela vägen till Talmberg. Och så går vi på badhus.
rätt eye. Vad det kanske skulle till. Rätt eye. Ja, det tog nästan en dag att rida hela vägen.
I'd like to...
And what is it?
Proper bar.
As you wish.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll be...
Ska vi se. Det är hit jag vill. Så jag äter lite ur grytan. Så att vi slipper hungern. Och sen tar vi och sparar. Sådär, då var det sparat. Då får jag tacka för mig för den här gången och välkomna åter.